He's $1 million.
Somebody loves you, baby. Ooh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Welcome to Open Conversation with Sheeshblanco. And I'm your host, Sheeshblanco. I'm Dolo. I think it's best sometimes we get the guests, we don't have the guests because you get different frequencies of different conversations, and there's also the input from y'all. Y'all, some people say you gotta throw them in every now and then. We did have a guest. Still gonna have that guest. It's just a video before that. Um, how's everybody doing? Let's jump into that. When you watch this, when you see this, I would like you to tell me what your mental health is, 1 through 10, how your week was or how your week is going when you catch this video. Mental health is very severe, it's very super important. You need to pay attention to it at all times because you don't know sometimes that you're going through something mentally because you're just trying to do things and keep doing things and keep pushing and keep moving just to blind yourself away from the fact that you're not okay. And I say that because in the last past couple weeks, like I've been getting pulled in every different direction. And when I say every different direction, I mean like this person need that, that person want this person need this. I gotta give that, I gotta give this. And in all those moments in time, I'm trying my best to be the best of me that I can. Even when things is going right, I'm trying to stay positive. And I think I just say even when things is going right, but I mean things is going wrong. A lot of things is going wrong in these last couple weeks, and I think I got to give myself that pat on the back and self care and those little accomplishments because never did I ever just kind of crumble and wither down and be like, oh man, it's just bad. I ain't gonna figure it out. I definitely stood on my 10 and talked to God about it and just was positive. Like things are gonna work out and just don't worry about it too much. But even within that, it was very difficult trying to give myself to everybody, and it's just like you can't pour into anything else if you're not pouring into yourself. So think of it as as you see this bottle, it's full for halfway, it's what 3/4 full. As it keeps going down, you keep pouring, it's gonna keep emptying and emptying and emptying until you don't have no more to pour. And that's kind of how I was feeling. Like I just didn't have enough anymore. Like I was depleting myself of just me. So definitely got to take the time to really check on yourself, check in with yourself. It's okay to have conversations with yourself. Make sure you're okay. I say I'm okay a lot of times. So most times I be not okay, but that's because I know now how to figure myself out. I don't always want to go to somebody to figure me out. Therapy is good. You should definitely try that. If you don't know how to communicate your feelings and how you feel and all that. But enough with the mental health aspect. Why does it say that it's gonna rain in 37 minutes? There's no rain cloud in south in sight. That's crazy. I hope everybody's mental health is good though. But always know at Ask Sheesh Blanco or even under the comments or anything, you can hit me up. I give great advice, great listener, and mental health is important. Just know that this is a community of people who probably all deal with the same things. We don't talk about it. So I've learned right in life that no matter the problem or the situation, like the outcomes tend to be the same if you and people aren't on the same plane. Like if you guys don't have the same type of thought process or understanding of how things are working, then things will always go left. They'll never go right. So within figuring this out, like I understand now that like everybody won't be with you where you're going. And in times like it's going to hurt. Like you're going to feel away because it could be your best friend or of the best family member or relative you have, or whatever it might. It could be your mother or your father. Just people, and everybody doesn't kind of understand where you're going, and I kind of I was there's so much that was going on during the weekend. at the past weekend, and I was like, man, like I now realize that like there will be times in which like people that I dearly love and care for can't be where I'm going. Not saying that I won't be there to help them and to provide or whatever, but they it just doesn't work in the circumstances because our mindsets are not the same, and the way that we are in rooms aren't in the same thing. So understand it's gonna hurt. You're gonna lose some people along the way, but if you know in your heart that you didn't do anything to like bring harm or any issues towards people, then you can sleep at night. You know what I'm saying? Like be okay with the decision that God already made. Like we can't change what our path is unless we take that right step instead of, you know what I'm saying, going left a little bit. The path is already set. So people who are supposed to be with you and going to be with you are going to be with you. And people who can't won't. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember a while back probably like 4 or 5 years ago, maybe like 3 years ago, one of my good friends, you know what I'm saying? Shout out Sosa. Uh, he was telling me like you try to get away from something, but it seems like you keep bringing that something back to where you are now. That'll make sense to some of y'all when y'all get to a position in which it's a different aspect of life. And I didn't understand it then because every time I've ever gotten something or, you know, got somewhere and I knew like people ain't seen it or never, you know what I'm saying, indulged in or enjoyed it, I always wanted to bring forth that to them just to be like, you know, like this is what can be. And sometimes people don't really take it in the way they're supposed to take it in. They take it in just for the fun of the moment, but it's more of like a learning experience. Like if you go into a room full of millionaires, it's not too much for you to stand out and do all the extras. It's for you to learn and do greatness. You unplug the thing to the side. So it's like, you know, shout out Unknown for being unknownly unplugging lights. Uh, you're supposed to go in there and learn and figure out how you should become a millionaire. Not, oh, I'm just here because it's fun, you know, it's bottles, you know what I'm saying? This over here going on. Like, no, it's as I grow, I tend to do a lot of reflection on like past experiences, and I start to really like I don't know if it's like you know like a gift or something like that, but I can like vividly always see past experiences that I've been through, whether it's like just kind of sitting there and thinking about like a party or like you know just it could be a situation everybody sitting around and um I was having a conversation one day with one of my dearest, closest people. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, you know, what when you think back, like who was there before all the all the other situations that were occurring, and I had to really think about it because like everybody loves you when you got it. You know what I'm saying? Become a millionaire tomorrow. Everybody, you got cousins from South Dakota. I ain't never been there. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to be so many processes. It's so many conversations I have at different times. Like, I was just telling, like, I don't really want what comes with all of this. You know, like, don't get me wrong. Like, it's fun. You know, having, you know, I've never been new, like, super new to being in the limelight and seeing certain things and you know having people just you know around and all that type of stuff, but it's like there's so much more that comes with this stuff. Like people think money changes the person. No, it changes the people around you. It's not so much about you having it. It's about the people around you who see it and now they think you different and they think you moving different, but you just now you have to carry yourself in a different way because it's your name, your brand on the line, you know? And people don't truly understand that because they're not the ones doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like People don't understand what it takes to get here. And we not even where we want to be. We here where God needs us to be, but where we want to be is, I know I want a million subs on YouTube. We want a million on Grant. We want everything, right? But it's so much that comes with that. And that also is just by putting the work and being consistent. That's why we dropping one every Wednesday and we staying consistent with our guests and doing what we got to do. But it's 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 the more you do it, like the more money, more problems. Best way I could probably say it. Um, we didn't even reach the scale on the money thing so crazy right now, and it's like, when you hear I hear a lot of like jokingly conversation things like, joking is somewhat true too. Um, it just puts you in a very different predicament because when you're going through something and you don't have all this other stuff, you can just go through it. But when you're going through it and you have it, it's so much more that plays a part into it. But as I was saying, like the last couple of weeks is just it's been a wear and tear on my mental capacity because I don't think people truly understand. Like I hate having conversations and having to repeat myself after having a conversation because I feel like I communicate very well. Um, but I don't think people truly care for what you say if they don't hear what they want to hear. Um, like it just gets like overwhelming at times, just kind of having conversations about stuff, and I just be like, man, if I just disappear, then what? You know what I'm saying? It's be like, I don't know where I'm at. Not disappear like off the like plane, but just like disappear like different country or something. But and don't take this in the sense of like I'm saying like I'm depressed or anything like that. No, I'm in great spirits. I'm saying conversations with God every day. I'm just saying it becomes very difficult to constantly try and like if I got a red vine, right, and I give you a piece, and I give unknown a piece, and I give this person a piece, and then a piece, and then a piece, and a piece, and a piece. At the end, it's nothing. It's a little one little piece you left, and then I get at somebody else because I'm gonna literally give all of me, right? But then how do you come back whole, right? Think about it. But that's neither here or there. Just understand that like I'm a very grown man at this point. Been through a lot of situations in life, and I've come to an understanding that like I can't have any more conversations about things that won't change. Like whether that's like this over here or I'm having an issue with this person. Like I'll have to love whoever from afar or you know do this over here because it gets real like draining to like constantly have the same old, you know. But yeah, there's that on that. I hope everybody's doing well though. And also have those conversations if you need to, and always speak up about how you feel, because not avoiding the conversation doesn't make anything better. You know what I'm saying? Avoiding the conversation just makes the pot keep stirring. It's gonna keep getting hotter until it overboils, and now you got mush all on the stove, and stuff is going crazy. But on other things, right? Just looking at the whole Drake Kendrick Lamar situation. Me personally, I feel like it's just kind of like a fake thing to like. I feel like they have conversations to like boost stuff. Like something's dropping, like let's do it. But not, I mean, not for Drake exactly. I mean, he gonna drop anything, it's gonna go platinum. But Kendrick is a great rapper. Don't get me wrong. Also, great actor if I ain't never seen Power. Um, yeah, I mean, I think we getting ready for the summer. You gotta drop some heat. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to. Cash Cobain got some heat on the way. I'm just want to let y'all know. You know what I'm saying? Slizzy World. I'm not saying that for me, but I'm saying that's what the thing's supposed to be called, I believe. Um, Album on the way. Myself. It's called Sheeshblanco Against the World. I'm just kidding. It's May 10th today. Shout out my brother Lon, aka Braids. Um, I think he just turned 29, I believe, or so. Love you, brother. My brother Sosa, his birthday was yesterday, May 9th. Shout out to Sosa, Sosa gang. But yeah, that was really my spiel on today. You know, I'm just trying to trying to put my life in the best perspective, you know what I'm saying, or in position that it can be. But with doing this stuff, it does get very time consuming and draining at times. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta like unknown. He over here. You know what I'm saying? Hurting. I got his wisdom teeth pulled. He like, oh man, I don't know. I'm like, hey, we gotta do it no matter what. Not in getting pulled today, but you know, we just gotta get this stuff done. And some days you really don't want to. But all in all, on this great day, we just got finished. We got a lot of work done, and you just gotta really have ultimate faith and consistency to really just block out. I won't even say negativity because every time you hear something, it's not always negative. Sometimes it's just words. And I think what makes us human is that we're all different in the way we interpret things and how our processes go and how we really self-reflect or do these. It's really different. Everybody has a different process. So whether it takes you a couple days, hour or whatever to process anything and get back on your swivel, you know what I'm saying? Just do what's best for you always. Don't never let the person to the right or the left dictate what you're going to do, because ultimately you're going to make your own. Your trajectory is going this way, and theirs is going over there. So you can't be worried about what their path is if your path is over here, because you can't never ride nobody coattails to the promised land, because at the end of the day, if you don't know what your strength, your weaknesses is, your gifts are, you can't be anything but somebody riding somebody's coattail. And you know, that's the way the cookie crumbles, truly. And also, right, make sure you got people in your corner that's telling you the truth. You don't want no yes men, no yes women. Make sure you got people that's really telling you like when you fucking up, like when you doing wrong, when you just popping garbage. You feel me? Like I'm grateful enough for my group. If people are as close to me, they don't tell me the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm sitting there just popping it, then I'm like, all right, she full of shit. Like let's be real. As I will do for them too. Like you don't want people just, yeah, that's smart or that's cool. Or when you were in the wrong with anything, any situation, whether that's dealing with a man, a woman, you know what I'm saying, parent situation, whatever it might be, like you gotta have people who's really gonna tell you the truth, or friendships, whatever it is, like be like, nah, you was wrong, bro. Like you was wrong. You know what I mean? Like you don't, those type of people who just agree with you will lead you to the most darkest paths of life, because you just be like, all right, cool, like I was right. And it's like it gives you no time to reflect on what you did wrong and how you can be better. And if they're not even teaching you or telling you how you can be better, then like why, if you're not around people who can make you better, don't be around them. Like that doesn't, I think that's the concept of life. Like if I'm hanging out with four people that ain't doing nothing, I'm not gonna do nothing. But I'm hanging out with four people who are doing something, and want to be better and they want to keep elevating, I'm going to elevate because either I'm going to elevate or I'm going to sink because they're going to keep rising and I'm going to be sitting there like, oh, where everybody go? They got better. And I stood around thinking it was ice cream and cake every day. You feel me? But I don't know. You know, this world's a crazy place. So much craziness going on with so much sadness and people, people losing their lives and not just like random people, but yeah, people and then, people close to us. And that's why I always, say really hug the people and love the people who love you. Even like if you're going through something with people, man, I'm gonna keep saying this. Like even if you love them from afar, just you just never know. Like this world right now is crazy. Like I'm talking left and right. It's just like boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying? So we ultimately ain't none of us perfect, but conversation is easy. You know what I'm saying? When you choose to be an adult, you know, some people just avoid confrontation. Some people don't want to, do whatever, however it go. But you need to fix whatever is broken because when it's broken and it's gone, there ain't no coming back. Right? And it's crazy work. And I would hate for that to ever happen to somebody in any situation of life. I don't have any things that need to be mended or, things broken. Anybody that I love, I still love. I don't have no issues with nobody. If somebody got an issue with me, they're lying to you. If they ever say, oh, I don't fuck with you, blah, blah, they're lying. Because I ain't never did nothing to nobody. You feel me? All I do is spread love, give people, should I give a nigga this tank top if they needed it more than I did? Shit, and they didn't. That's just who I am. That's who God put me here to be. You know what I'm saying? I give, I teach, I love. That's it. I can only be Blancos. That's who I was supposed to be. But anywho, I don't even know how much time been going on. I feel like I'm rambling possibly, but I might be spitting some real life hymns, you know what I'm saying? I don't really know. I just want to say thank God for me and my father mending our relationship. I want to say thank God for my mother being in good health and being in my life. Thank God for my grandmother. Thank God for my circle. Thank God for my friends, my family. Thank God for everything that He's doing in my life. I also want to ask God to cover those who need to seek Him, cover those whose families aren't in the best health, whose people's minds who ain't in the best health. You know, I you know, I just ask God for to heal the world because it's crazy out there for real. But in truth, man, with God you can do anything. I know it's hard for people to understand that sometimes, but in truth, if you can have a conversation from anywhere, and all it literally takes is for you to sit down or stand up and say, God, I'm trying, or I'm just start talking. I'd usually start it off with, hello, it's me. You know what I'm saying? And then we get to it. And I feel like in truth, like God may show you sometimes like that He hears you just by like a person. Like today, I don't even know if this is works out. Like I was talking to God last night, and I was telling him like, like I know what I asked for, and I know what I prayed for, and I know I see you showing me, but how do I know, like, like I'm doing the right thing, and like, all the things that I was talking to him about. And I got home, and my neighbor's grandma was getting out of her cab. And then like I just looked back and she was just smiling at me. And I was like, you want me to help you grab your bags? and she doesn't speak any English. You know what I'm saying? But she just was like kind of gesturing in like a smiling way, and I was walked over and I grabbed it, and then just we got to the door or whatever. It's just like that's how I know. Like I see God in those moments. Like you just don't know like what's going on, but He's showing you like just the little things. You know what I'm saying? Like that could be like a sign of like you doing what you're supposed to. Like this is through this woman who can't speak to me in just regular conversation because I don't speak her native tongue, but this gesture. And I was walking in the house, I was on the phone actually having a conversation with one of my young bulls who going through a situation, and I'm trying to give him the best advice that I can. And then I'm just like, something's like, stop, no, look back. And I look, lady, the bag was heavy. You could see she a little lady. I'm like, man, I'm not that type of dude. You feel me? I'm go grab, and I like I said, she doesn't speak English, but I'm like, you want me to grab your bag? And then she like just gestured. I'm like, ran over real quick, grabbed it. But that's how I feel like and it happens all the time like that. That's how I figure, even if he's not speaking directly, you're gonna see it. Like you're gonna see it in different ways and different facets. And you know, I'm I'm a firm believer that God exists, and you feel me. He's around, and he can't. I mean, it's a billion of us on the planet. He can't give everybody everything they want you know what I'm saying. You just gotta keep working. You know what I'm saying, keep your faith and keep your work ethic up. It'll work out. That's in anything, your job, your life, whatever it is. Like it'll work out. God don't never fail. I don't think He ever failed. Can't fail. Well, I mean, can He? Nah, He can't. Well, I mean, He might. I mean, I don't know. Nah, He can't fail. I mean, that would be like an imperfect being, but then He create. That's neither here or there. Um, yeah. Which brings me back, right? I didn't want to get biblical, right? But you know, just trust in whatever you trust in, believe in whatever you believe in, and keep striving for whatever you love and your passions, and just be the best you. Because without that, there is no purpose. Find your purpose. If you're just sitting around just trying to lounge around and live it because it's fun, it's like no. Find your purpose. Find why you're supposed to be here and why you get up in the morning. Like what drives you. Like I love helping, I love teaching, I love guiding people. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, even if I know we do these with these guests and it's fun, but it's like getting people's words and giving them out to other people, because everybody's not able to speak in front of a camera or understand how life is shaking out for themselves, because they might need to visually see somebody speak about it. So I think that's what God put me here to do, to talk, to teach, as I do learn as well. Because I sit in a lot of rooms where I don't talk at all. I just soak up all what's around me, because I'm not supposed to be in every room talking. Sometimes I need to be in a room just to learn. And that's how I see it. But I do feel like my purpose here on this earth is to be a teacher. And sometimes it's in nonverbal ways. That's just what God put me here to do. And I believe it through and through. But this and this is that. And I thank y'all for tuning in. I hope it was a good one. I hope I gave y'all some good words, and understand that, like, life is short and we cannot take it for granted. And I love all my good people. I love all y'all watching. I understand, ain't nobody perfect, and we can only be the best we can be every day we get a chance. Every day we get a chance and a chance to get better, and a choice to make. You know what I mean? So y'all keep doing what y'all do. I'm going to keep doing what I do. Like I said, if y'all going through any mental health situations, definitely tap inwardly on the comments, or at Sheeshblanco on Instagram. DM me. We chop it up. It's good. Thank y'all for tuning in with Open Conversations with Sheeshblanco. And I'm your host, She Daddy.